for stopping back at my channel. So today's video is going to be a fun video. It's going to be a get ready with me with a bunch of new products that I have been collecting. I'll let you know my thoughts as we go through the video of each product, and we'll just go ahead and get right into it. So the very first item I have here is a L'Oreal, it's a primer, and this is the Revlon, sorry I said L'Oreal, this is a Revlon Photo Ready primer. Basically it looks like this. It's just a clear, well, it's like a white kind of substance, you can see right there, and then it comes with this kind of sponge. The product doesn't particularly have any directions on it, and I haven't looked up anything on it unfortunately, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this little applicator to just kind of put the product onto my face. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press it in, and for the most part I mostly like to just put my primers in my T-zone area because that's where I get the most oily. It's supposed to be a anti-shine primer, so we're definitely going to put this to the test because I have a full day at school today and I won't be home till around 9:30. So I want to tell you a little bit about the consistency. It feels very, very light, but also kind of has like a slight silicone feel to it. And yeah, it feels super, super light, but not really greasy. For foundation today, I'm going to be using something that I picked up in September, about 2 months ago. I went to the Toronto Imats and they had Makeup Forever there, and I picked up this guy, which is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus Foundation. So I'm going to be putting that on as well. To apply the foundation today, I'm going to be using this Morphe E31 brush. This is from the Elite collection. I also picked this up at Imats, and I've been using it for a little bit just to see if this brush line is as good as everyone has been saying. The coverage on this foundation seems to be really good. It seems to be about a medium, at least a medium to full coverage. I definitely think it's probably full coverage because I do have some darker marks on my cheeks on this side and also on my forehead, and you can see the ones that are on the cheek here have pretty much been covered up. On, and I'm going to grab my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, which is in the color Toffee. This is somewhat new to me as well, and I really do like this formula. It's very light, but it also covers up. So I'm just gonna put a few dabs of this on my forehead in the areas where I think I need just a little bit more coverage, and I'm gonna use that same foundation brush just to buff it in. Set my foundation today, I'm going to be using my Black Opal Invisible blocking powder, but I'm just gonna get the product and press it into my face, particularly in the areas where I have a lot of oil. To bronze up my face today, I'm going to be using a powder. This is actually a powder foundation. This is from Lorac Cosmetics, and it's their oil-free wet and dry powder, but this is actually too dark for me. I've really been loving this to bronze my face because it gives a very, very nice, just like a very subtle glow. So I'm gonna go ahead and just apply this around the perimeters of my face. Why don't we try this, the face primer that I used on my face for my eyes, and we'll see how that works too. to use this Revolution. It's the Makeup Revolution pigment in the color Agonize, and this is it right here. It's gonna be like a brown shade. So I'm just gonna throw this on my lid and then we'll move on. So I do like these pigments. I've never really used them on camera for you guys, but the pigments are very, very lightweight and they're very smooth. So they do have a glittery effect to them. And what I mean by that is just like a nice sheen. It's not a chunky glitter at all by any means. So I really do like these because they were super inexpensive. The one thing I would say that I don't like is the fact that it has like this kind of packaging. The sifter just kind of sits on top and it's embedded within the actual bottle. It is still a little bit messy as typical pigments are, but it's kind of hard to get things out because I guess you would just have to like tap it into the cap and then put it on your eye. That's the only thing I would say about these pigments, but again, because they are so affordable, and I bought them off of the Makeup Revolution site, by the way, I mean, you can definitely just make them work. I'm going to grab the Smashbox Full Exposure Mini Palette, and this is very nice for every day. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna throw this color on my maybe just over the top a little bit to give it a little bit of extra sheen. For this kind of ashy gray right here, and let's see what that one is called. So that one is called M6. So I'm just gonna take my Sedona Lace blending brush and I'm gonna go ahead and just fluff that into my crease area as a transition shade. That darker brown shade on the other end, and that one, really though, really? Anyways, so that one is M1, and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of use that to define my outer V. So I'm just gonna go back in and just blend out the edges of the shadow. And apparently we're going for a smoky look today. To add a little bit more intensity, I think I'm going to grab that brown shade in the palette right here. And that is called S1, and I'm just gonna run a little bit of it on the lower lash line. I like my brow bone area. I'm gonna grab this light matte vanilla shade on the bottom, and I'm gonna just throw that on my brow bone, and that is in the color M4. For eyeliner today, I'm using the Revlon Color Stay Skinny. So here's the product right here after I've gotten it taken out. And let's check out the wand on this guy. The wand seems pretty nice. So you can see right here, the tip of this guy is super, super thin. So I'm excited to use this out. Oh, wow. Yep. And right off the bat, I'm loving this guy. Pigmentation on this is just really, really nice. It's very black. And because the little wand here is very, very thin at the end, it really allows me to get a very precise look. Like, look at that right there. So I'm going to be moving on to mascara today, and I'm using this new mascara. This is the Maybelline The Falsies Push Up Drama Mascara, and I just got this a little while ago, so I'm going to check this out and see how this works. But right off the bat, I can say that I really, really love the packaging. You can see it has the red and pink kind of coloring, and then let's see the wand. The wand is like one of those plastic applicators, and it has a very, very small spike. So I'll give you guys a close-up of it. So here is the wand, and you can see the spikes that I was talking about. So these kind of plastic applicators tend to really, really work well with my lashes. So I'm excited to try this out and see how this is going to work. So the wand is pretty large in diameter, but also in the length. I've done both lashes, and you guys can see the effect. I did get a little bit of clumping on this eye right here, but I think it still did a pretty good job. For the lips today, I'm grabbing my NYX lip liner, and this is in the shade Mahogany. It's really pretty. Look, guys, you can see it's a very smoky eye look, and the lip is just a mauve toned lip. And I actually really like how this came out, considering I just kind of winged it today and I just wanted some new products in my life. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.